what's going on, people? This is Speederman here once again with another film review. And this time I'm talking about a zom-com. Just came out. It's called Shed of the Dead. And let me tell you guys, this is one of the funniest zom-com movies I've ever seen. Now, let me tell you guys a little bit about the story. So, the story is about this guy named Trevor. He's kind of like a nerd. He's always staying in the shed, and he's always painting like these war figurines with his friend. Who his friend has agoraphobia, and that's what he does most of his time. He doesn't work. He has a nagging wife, and yeah. So one day he gets in a fight with his neighbor, who by the way is played by Kane Hodder. Which, yeah, like when you see him, you kind of think, wow, he's like really out of place in this film, but it kind of works. So, yeah, so he gets in a fight with Kane Hodder, and then something, without saying too much, something bad happens to Kane Hodder's character, and yeah, all this is going on while there's a zombie apocalypse, you know. And yeah, the first thing you're gonna notice, or a lot of people are gonna notice when you see this film, is the very similarities between this and Shaun of the Dead. And yes, you can't help but compare this movie to Shaun of the Dead. But I feel like this film was more raunchy than Shaun of the Dead. There was more laugh out loud moments, and there was a lot of cringy moments. But there's more like moments that were like, okay, did he just say that? Like WTF moments in this film. And for a very short film, I thought it was really cool how they crammed all this stuff in here. And yeah, the acting is good. The acting is has like these like sexy dirty jokes, one-liners, but it's also like, you know, it's also like British humor, you know, like British humor that maybe a lot of people won't get, but I totally got the British humor in this. There's a lot of like British horror movies that I don't really, you know, get the humor. Like when I was talking about Double Date. But this film, man, was really funny. I feel like the jokes were universal, and it's not a movie to be taken seriously, of course, but it also has like this very charming and rudeness to it that I like, man. Like, it was so unique. And I think this movie has a style that's unique on its own, even though it does kind of, you know, share some similarities between Shaun of the Dead. But I'm gonna say right now, man, like the two main characters in this film, they even look like the two main characters in Shaun of the Dead. We got the fat best friend, and you got the skinny guy, you know, and it's like, wow, man, I did not expect this film to be this fun, and I had a good time. I'm sure still gonna watch it again. Might even get it on Blu-ray, DVD. Yeah, man, I was not expecting this to be a fun film. Definitely one of the best Zom-Con films I've seen all year. Uh, Actually, it's only the only one I've seen this year, but I find it very hard to see another one that's gonna top this Zom-Com. As far as like just pure like hilariousness, just the acting, everything is here, and it kind of combines this a very good balance of crude humor and just gore effects. The gore effects were pretty decent, you know. They weren't like really bad, but for this type of film, they worked, you know. And just all the characters were really unique too. There's a character that Bill Moseley plays. He's like this mysterious cowboy who likes to kill zombies, and he says some pretty disturbing and weird lines in the movie, man. But it totally works, you know. Like, yeah, there's just so much to love here. There's also like a stoner who, you know, of course, is oblivious to the world, and, you know, kind of becomes his downfall. But it's like very, I don't know, in some ways it's very relatable, this film, but in other ways it's just a film to be, you know, not to take seriously, just to have a fun time, and that's what you get when you watch this film. You know, it's a very good, very fun time. I give this film a 9 out of 10, and I highly recommend you guys watch it, alright? 100 subscribers. Peace.